Going.
Galstaff, you entered the door to the north. The pungent stench of mildew overwhelms you from the wet dungeon walls. Every time. Okay. When we last left off, it was nighttime, and Ben and Dolphy were charged with protecting and escorting a caravan into the inner sanctums of the city. Emberly was walking her way back from trying to figure out where Impa went. And Canis, who had just got done helping doing some hospice work, was walking his way back to his meager lodgings on the outer rim of the city. And the bird was distracted by the shiny things. And all of a sudden, the caravan that was being protected was attacked. And being the do-gooders that, well, quasi-do-gooders that you guys are, you stepped in and intervened, and you dispatched the brigands. Unfortunately, the runaway carriage smashed and dropped open. Did somebody just turn on a lawnmower? And the aftermath of it all, you noticed that the cargo that was radiating magic turned out to be 3 pieces of white magicite, laying almost like divinely inspired, perfectly on top of a busted plank in the middle of the street. I can picture all 5 of your characters kind of in a circle, not really knowing each other, but being bound together by successful battle, standing over these 3 glowing rocks in what is pretty much a deserted city street in the pitch black of night. So this is the fun part. Now what do you do? You've had a month to think about that.
Oh yeah, I guess I should have done that, huh?
Yeah, that might be
I have thought
great.
about
So
it.
now that I know what we're doing, let's think about what to do next.
Right. I have thought about it. I don't know if I thought about what to do next.
Well,
Like, this is interesting. Pause.
Yeah.
So the thing about magicite has never been seen white. Magicite is always a clear, smoky black crystal-like substance with a greenish glow. Many people believe that it's broken off of the crystal in the center of the world that produces life in some theologies, that is the center of heat and gravity for some scientific theories. But everyone knows that magicite is extremely valuable because it is what powers all of the technology and advancements that's happened over the last 1,000 years or so. Magicite itself is not something you can just walk into a street and buy. But you've never even heard of a legend of a white piece of magicite, and there's 3 of them. Also, the only 2 characters that know each other are Dolphy and Ben.
So would it be unusual for this material to be shipped with such a minimal guard, or?
Looking at the size of the caravan, you put 3 pieces of crystal about the size of this 16-ounce bottle inside of a semi-truck. There's nothing else in there. Literally empty.
How much information do we know about who hired us for the escort? Like, was this a reputable hire, or was this shady, just take this cart to this location and leave?
No, it was a reputable hire. It was supposed to be delivered to a noble in town, but the noble has ties to the city guard. Not the blades or anything, just the actual city guard.
Okay.
It was supposed to be taken to their treasure vault for safekeeping. That's all you know. You figured it was just, you've done these trips before. These are just,
Okay.
Hey,
So
I have
this
valuable
wasn't
things
something-
coming in. Yeah.
Okay. This is something that comes my way
Mhm.
every so often.
There was nothing to raise an eyebrow at the beginning of the job.
Okay. Do I know more of which noble it was going to? Or was it just, is this a noble I have worked before? Or, okay. No real info besides what I know from the streets.
Neither you nor Ben have picked up. This is actually a brand new name to everybody.
Okay. So there's not even much necessarily on the street mumbling about, at least that I know prior to this.
It is eerily quiet. Like, I know it's like 12:01 in the morning in the city, but there's usually still some sign of life, like creatures. It's like there's nobody. And the fact that there's dead and unconscious bandits everywhere. Remember, you guys took the chance. You have the opportunity whether to take life or not.
I don't think we killed anyone though.
I think one of them died by the carriage running over it or something.
You assume one of them might be dead due to the fact that the Clydesdale's head landed right on the skull, followed by wagon wheel.
I think I used spare the dying on him though.
I think you might have spared I know you spared the dying on some of them, so.
Yeah.
I don't think missing a head might make that kind of difficult.
I can only do so much.
Yeah.
That's acceptable.
Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah, shit happens.
I mean, horse and cart, that's an easy excuse to get in an accident. They can't prove that was us.
No,
I was just
no.
looking for the other part of this bandit. There's some over there.
Over there.
If we bring it all together, maybe we can, mending.
I do have that.
So, we have, you guys all kind of remember who your characters are and description-wise, and you are standing at the scene of what should be considered a crime, definitely an incident, middle of the night. What are you doing?
Yeah, this doesn't look good for us.
No, turning, I guess, would be turning to the other two that have just suddenly appeared joining us here. I definitely appreciate y'all's assistance with this seemingly more extensive job that I have come across here. I've never seen anything like this. Have
Why
any
were
of
you
you?
hauling such a unique objects? Or
I honestly didn't know the cargo. I'm never really told what these nobles are transporting. It's never been the cargo I have seen has never been anything more than just gold and trinkets. Nothing actually on
known
this.
for wanting guards to know what they're doing.
Yeah,
we
to
just
keep
make sure that everything's in order and get it to where it needs to go.
right. You ask questions, you don't get jobs.
Where is this cargo supposed to go? I mean, this is obviously more than what your typical cargo would be containing. I mean, I would be more than willing to help you in your delivery here, but I'm afraid that this seems like putting myself in a sticky situation, and I don't know if I'm ready to do such a thing.
Well, honestly, I hear your words, because this is for that new noble that has recently come into town. So honestly, I don't know that much about him, and this definitely
This is
is
intriguing.
yeah.
New noble.
Yeah,
What was this?
I haven't-
It's not that the noble was new. It's just it's
No.
a new job to you. It's not anybody you've ever worked
Oh,
for.
okay.
Okay. So roll that back a little bit and go back into it.
No, we're
Reverse.
I say we.
the name. You do have the manifest, Duffy.
Oh,
Or you
All right.
have a delivery. You have an address, like a parchment. You didn't really look at it because you knew where you were going, but
I need the building, but okay. Yeah, because I've got this delivery receipt of sorts. It's pull it out and
Listen. We can all discuss this in probably a better set. I mean, after all of this happening, I suggest we get this in a safer,
not quite dead yet.
secure location.
It'll be soon.
I would suggest that we move this product of your employers to a more safer location. If we were already attacked at once, it does likely they had others watching.
Oh, certainly, that definitely makes sense.
Yeah, let's
How,
leave.
how
Rather not.
familiar am I with this section of town? Like, I know I mostly hung out in the north. How close to the nobles section?
You made it about halfway, so you're right at the edge where you start to get towards the noble district, where this is basically where the running water stops and the wells would be. You're right on that edge of like middle class, lower middle class, and upper middle class.
Okay. So
It's Stevensville to St. Joe, yeah.
Gotcha. So I'm probably not all too familiar with
No,
the
you know
area.
you know the main streets that you're on, but you don't know like the houses and business.
Well, are either of you more familiar with this area? Do you have a nearby location we might be able to regather our wits here, get off the streets?
Well, I mean, I assumed that I wasn't just walking in the middle of the night down some alley if I wasn't near.
Well, you were out. You literally were just walking between the slums and the rich part, trying to find Impa at this point.
Okay.
So I will let everybody in the party make an investigation check to see what kind of information you have already gathered from this part of town previously. This is kind of a retro investigation.
Oh, hold on.
Turn off advantage, noob.
You're the one who turned it on.
That's fair. That's fair.
So technically the DM turned it on, so...
Technically you gave him advantage, I guess.
Yeah. You didn't take it back away from me, so...
I'll allow it.
Either way, my other roll was a 10, so it's not a whole difference.
14, 13, 10...
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
It's right in front of my face. No, that's insight.
So close, yet so wrong.
They both start with I.
And...
Alright, so... Bert, you know that in this area specifically in the northern part of town, this is kind of where your more adventurous nobles would live. So these would be people that would be former adventurers or people of militaristic background and people of they're less hoity-toity and they're more just kind of hardworking that have made themselves there. Specifically in this area of town, there's a lot of former adventurers that kind of buy houses in this area. Like if you were looking to buy a house, you'd probably buy in this area because you like that level of excitement and adventure, as opposed to being to the south where all the hoity-toity people are, or to the east where all of the like farmers and people that own plantations are, to the west where all the artists are, like the beatniks.
Sure.
So you're more in this area. The biggest thing you know specifically is that these bandits you normally don't get crime on these major streets. It doesn't matter what time of day. There's not a large crime problem on the main roads, especially when they're well lit like this. Now, if you were taking back alleys, you got a small chance of having some problems. If you were on the south or east side, you'd have a higher probability of some problems.
Okay.
The big thing is being that most of the armor and equipment and weaponry comes through the north. Usually most of your people that can swing that sword come to this area. So they know it's kind of like you don't rob somebody in Wyoming when everybody has a handgun.
Sure.
So.
Okay. Is there any local areas like you said? I mean, I was looking for input around here, but are there any like maybe some inns or anything like that?
You do know of an inn that's actually about a block to the east. That is my brain just stopped. Sorry, the inn is called the Red Feather, and they're known for their stew. So they're kind of known around the city. But they're slightly to the east, and it's kind of a place where you'll get a lot of mingling between upper class and lower class. The reason why you know it is it's been rumored that it's a very common place for noble men to find not so noble women who are interested in maybe moving up their lot in life.
All right.
But that's the only like business in the area you kind of know of, and being that's almost 1 a.m, probably the only place you're. Still nobody in the streets either. You are standing amongst a bunch of unconscious, but I'm not quite unconscious yet. Shut up. Bodies in the road. One is definitely dead.
All right. I have a
He's
quick
dead.
question. With any kind of knowledge of the Malachite and how it reacts to other magical equipment, I know you talked about how it reacts to other things, like people will make like magical items or like
Mhm.
hose and stuff like that. I would assume that that means that if I wanted to try to somehow put these Malachite stones into a bag of holding, probably not good things would happen.
Oh no,
No.
Malachite can go to bag of holding. It's not an extra dimensional of any way, shape, or form. And you can put like it. They're not gonna have a problem if you touch each other. At least normal Malachite doesn't. Or materia, not Malachite. I keep saying Malachite because he is.
Malachite.
I called it materia. So
Materia. Okay, I'm good with materia.
no, was it Malachite? Was it
I
materia?
thought it was,
I don't remember what I called it.
I thought it was Malachite.
The magical stones. Okay,
All right.
the thing that's important.
The MacGuffin.
All right.
Yeah.
So
They're in a
what
gauntlet.
I was gonna offer so that we could handle these and take these in more of a secret manner is to offer to put them in my bag of holding. If we think that would be safer than carrying 3 large stones, white
Let me
gloves
throw in that the
around.
young, attractive female who has all of the bling bling on right now wants the shiny stones. Just saying.
Just saying.
No, we should probably get our loot and go to a safer area. Like, I'm in favor of the red
I
feather.
agree to moving. Sure, that sounds like a plan, although I don't know how exactly sure I feel about handing the stones over to you in a secured bag of yours.
Right, and I can understand that.
I've
However,
just met you, and
I just assisted you and just got molested trying to help you. I think I've at least
I
earned
did,
some
yeah, I
bit
did.
of trust.
did see that he did get handsy with you,
Yeah,
but you did handle yourself quite well.
That's right.
right.
You did.
Currently I'm in no shape of disappearing with your stones. And to be honest, I'm more interested in who you're delivering these to than actually the stones themselves at this point. So fear not. They will be in safe.
I don't believe I'm in a full position to really be super picky, as it was just the two of us sent on this mission, and obviously this is bigger than they originally told us, so the more hands are welcome at this point, I believe.
As he's saying this, I'm putting them in the bag.
Oh, you reached out and grabbed one.
Very, very,
Oh, hold on.
very carefully watching
Ben?
you.
Go ahead, Ben.
I'm going to investigate the dead robber, see if he has anything identifying on him or whatever, because obviously this was not a crime of opportunity. This isn't the place for that to happen.
Interesting. All right.
And
So
wait. As he was going to go investigate, we go to a commercial break.
Oh, you're gonna do that.